back into the business. And when I show the IRS that I actually made 10 million, but I put 900 or 9 million, should I say, of the 10 million into the business, the IRS says that you don't pay taxes on that 10 million. You only pay taxes on the million. Okay? Now watch this. But what if I decide to employ my kids? What if I decide to take my daughter and make her an employee of my company and then give my daughter a scholarship funded by the company so she could further her education? Would her education be a tax write-off? Interesting. What if I decide to employ my son and give my son a company car like your company does? Would that car be a tax write-off? It's not his car. It's a company car. His boss happens to be his dad. What if I employ my wife and we go out to dinner tonight and we talk about our biz, which we do all the time? Would that dinner be a write-off? I am having a meeting with my business partner who happens to be my wife. See, folks, when you understand how the government works, it's not to punish the entrepreneurs. They want you to be rich because they know you get rich, you do what? Like, for example, I'm in this big car here. There's luxury taxes. You know, when you live in a bigger house, you have bigger property taxes, which funds the schools, by the way. Okay? So the government wants you to be rich. They want you to become successful, and the rules are made to benefit the entrepreneur. And if you understand the tip I just gave you, you will become an entrepreneur. Now, here it is, okay? Here's some bad news. After I took out your check, $350, and you took home $750 to your spouse, assuming I paid you $1,000 a week gross, after I took out of your check, you take the $750 and your wife calls, says, honey, on the way home, can you please fill up the car for work tomorrow with gasoline? You stop by the gas station and you pump $50 into your tank. Did you pay attention to the actual price of the gas? Because guess what? There's also fuel taxes, again, that you have to pay. Now, mind you, you already paid taxes before I gave you your check. Your wife said, honey, by the way, fill up the gas tank. Also, stop by Walgreens because we're out of toilet paper. You know, we're out of Pampers for the kids. Well, guess what? There's sales tax. So now think about this. You've been taxed twice already, not including the tax I took out off the top. You come home, your wife says, honey, what do you have left? Well, baby, I stopped by Walmart. I also stopped by the gas station. I got some gas as well. So, okay, great. Give me the checks. So you give your wife what's left over. Let's say you have left over $690, all right, after you put gas in the car and stop by and get some toilet paper. Your wife takes the $600 and says, okay, honey, it's time to pay the bills. So now she pays your cell phone bill, right? She pays your electric bill, your gas bill, and your home phone bill, and your cable TV bill, right? Because bills have to be paid. Look at the bill, folks. There's utility taxes on the same exact bill. You've been taxed again. That's your fifth tax. Then go on. Your wife says, honey, okay, it's time to pay the mortgage, right? Guess what? You have property taxes embedded into your mortgage. You just paid taxes 6 times. Folks, you say, well, I'm going to start saving money. I want to send my kids to college. I'm going to put money in investment, which I think you should do that. But guess what? There's capital gain taxes. Because you put in $50 a month for your junior to go to college, and all of a sudden $50 a month, $600 a year, you make a profit of 10%. Let's say you have a profit of $60 on your $600. Well, that's what? That's a capital gains. You pay taxes on that $60. Folks, what I'm telling you is the biggest pimp game in the world. Okay, I know I used a really tough word there. The biggest pimp game in the world is an employee. That's right, folks. Slavery is still alive. Slavery is still going. As a matter of fact, it's now even better because why? No one is thinking it's slavery. It's called debt. It's called debt. And it's not based on skin color anymore. I do believe there is some racism that still exists. We see it all the time. But folks, there's classism. You understand that? There's classism. Think about this, folks. During the Great Depression, so 6, 7 years ago, in 2000, it started in 2007. Okay, so actually 6, 7 years ago, when the Great Depression hit the world, for that matter, if you wanted to get out of your loan on your home, if you want to modify that loan and lower your interest rate and lower your payment so you can keep your house, did you know that you have to claim broke? There was no plan from the government to help out the people in the middle. See, we have systems to help our poor. Our poorest people in the United States are some of the richest people in the world, because 50% of the world lives on $1 a day. 50% of the world makes $365 a year. So our poorest person gets Section 8. I have an actual client, okay, or tenant, if I can use that word, that stays in one of my properties, okay? The rent on that property is $1,300 a month. She only has to give me $110. That's it. And she has a 3-bedroom house. So we have systems to help the poor. Section 8, food stamps, all types of subsidies. Their kids get to go to college basically for free because tax dollars pay for those people. Then you have the wealthy 1%. They don't need our money, right? Because they're the ones that create the money supply and they control it. But then you got that middle class and that lower middle class. We call that the working poor. The working poor. What a title. You get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to be to work at 7 o'clock in the morning, to get back home at 7 o'clock at night. And at the end of the month, you have more month left at the end of your money. Folks, I'm not to get rich. Find a way to get rich. Find a way to get wealthy. That's all I'm telling you. And in this country, you could do it. But you got to change your thinking. Stop listening to broke people. Rule number 1, never listen to anyone who's more messed up than you. And I don't care if it's your parents. I'm sorry to say that. Okay? But if they knew how to be better off, they'd be better off. Nobody wants to be broke. Even though you hear people say that, money's not everything. Oh, yeah, give me yours. Why are you always asking for it? Why are you always complaining about it? And money is not everything. But it's right there next to air. Right? You ever lost some money? You ever misplaced some money? It could be $5. What happens to your energy? Does it go up or does it go down? Do you get a little angry, upset, frustrated? You lost $10. Do you go, it's just $10. You do what? You tear the house up for that. Folks, I dropped a quarter on the side of my seat one time, and I had to pull over. I'm looking for that quarter. You know what I'm talking about. I want that quarter. So what I'm telling you is money is not everything. It's just how we keep score. So my advice to you in the last 25 minutes, go start your own business, okay? Don't quit your job, okay? Do what you got to do. Get that paycheck, and then take that paycheck and fund your own business. America wants you to be an entrepreneur. We're getting our butts kicked right now by China. Because why? We have no entrepreneurs. Schools have beat up entrepreneurs. Schools have talked down about entrepreneurship. School teachers are telling kids, go to school, get an education, get a good job. But you can't get a good job if there's no job. You be telling kids, go to school, get an education, start your own business. Whatever happened to that? That's what made this country great. Somehow we got off track. So do what you need to do. You're going to make it happen. I'm here to help you. You're not going to fail. You're not going to fail. I will not let you fail. I'll see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded, baby. It's too crowded. Let's go. We can make this happen. Our family is dependent on us. Our country needs us. The next generation needs us to win. Go freaking win. And stop following me on Facebook if you ain't going to follow my directions. Go win. Stop making excuses about your skin color, your lack of education, your financial situation. Stop using God as an excuse. God has nothing to do with broke. He has nothing to do with struggling. He don't condone it. There's nowhere in the Bible where he says you have to be broke. Mother Teresa, one of the most meekest women on planet Earth, was known for being around the poor and living amongst the poor and spending time with the disenfranchised and work with the sick and the needy and the shut-in. When she died, she was worth $500 million, and Mother Teresa had her own jet, and she had people working for her on payroll. Get that out of your head that you have to be poor to be a Christian. There's nothing in the Bible that says that. And if there's any pastor, priest, or any spiritual leader, call me up and tell me where in the Bible it says it's okay to be broke. It's not okay to be broke. You understand when you're broke, you're vulnerable, you take shortcuts. the most honest person starts thinking about stealing and cheating on their taxes. See, folks, you could win. Go win. You could do this. Call me if you want to win. Facebook me if you want to win. We'll find a way to make it happen, okay? I love you, and I'll see you at the top. God bless you. Bye-bye.